to Rensselaer Field in East Hartford, Connecticut. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Old Dominion Monarchs and the Connecticut Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Huskies head coach. This is a huge game, and they want to get the win, but they're going to be very creative on behalf of their wide receiver here today. They know he has a chance for school history with the most receiving touchdowns in a career. So what do? They know the defense will be keying on him, particularly in the red zone. So I went to practice and watched what they've got in store. They are going to be very creative with their play calling to help their wideout get that history and get that record here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Deep in the end zone, it's Flowers. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Dude, people still filling in the stands. Opening kickoff, back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Monarchs offense comes onto the field first today. The running game built around this guy, Devin Roche. Here's a guy that can really deliver tough yards on the ground for this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of...
Makes a grab and room to run. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those 3rd downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that 3rd down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Huskies offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the running back that will be the centerpiece of the ground game. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. Takes the handoff. It's Reeder. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Tells to run, wants to pass. Still looking to his right. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Porter. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Tells to fake. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They'll need a bunch on second down. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going to try to get it himself. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Uconn comes to the line after getting another first down. From the gun, it's Reeder. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could...
Touchdown, Huskies! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Into the house. Touchdown, ODU.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
On the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Uconn offense goes back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Holds on, it's Ross. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hits inside. It's Reeder. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Out wide right, it's Burton. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This Uconn offense really has it going. Wants to throw on first. Makes the grab. That's the 20. He's got space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Uconn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Swamped immediately.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by
trying to rumble in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Uconn. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Spins away from the defender. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Monarchs headed quickly to the line. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can...
Flying down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Monarchs. Great job by the back on the option. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Uconn going back to work on offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Got it in the middle. It's Ross. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. It's complete on the right side. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Reeder. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Look out! Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll...
Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
With the catch, it's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Running inside, it's Roach. Oh, he's got some space. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really... need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 2nd and long here. Back to pass, it's Potter. Got his man. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
But man, those sting, man. 3rd down, the money down. Your guys got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. They come to the line for the 1st play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Huskies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He's going to take off. Myers on the move. Left side, it's Burton. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Selling the fake. Rush is on, and he avoids the sack.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide.
It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Uconn! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And he made the extra point without problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Potter. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Play action on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They'll run the screen. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his target. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Trying to make one miss. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Straight ahead, it's Reeder. Crosses the 45. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, Week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 6 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Mustangs getting a banner day from their stars on the road to pick up victories away from home. That's the mark of a focused team. Make it now 7 straight victories, one of the longest win streaks in all the FBS. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at the Rent. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Agnew. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, Connecticut's head coach told me at the half, he is so frustrated with his defense right now. They've given up over 80 yards on the ground in that rushing attack. Known for their run game defense, they have got to be more stout at the line of scrimmage. The good news, they are running the ball well. The line of scrimmage has been dominant. He said, we've got to keep it going on offense and tighten things up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Second down to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Reeder. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Got a man in the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Escapes the pressure going right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The run inside. It's Reeder. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll 4th down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Quick give. It's Reeder. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there. Finds a crease, it's Roach. Fighting off the defender. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. And the Monarchs will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They give it back to him. Breaks into the open. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Just keep slinging it. Face the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Fires to the tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The play fake. Pulls it in. It's Walters. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Potter. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Rides to the back. Fights off a defender. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, ODU. Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. That last last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Drops back on first down. They're all over it. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Looking for the marker. Turning it on. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Reeder. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And it's a sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. The Monarchs are in the hurry-up. Leaves it in his belly. Makes a man miss. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And the Monarchs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roach. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Motion from the back. Sets his feet. It's Potter. Oh, spin move. Finds his man. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They're working that left side. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Right side, it's Harris. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Monarchs! They've got the lead here in the 4th. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Out wide left, it's Ross. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense. Already over 100 yards, and now comes up with a massive play in a 2-minute situation.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. He's got it. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well,
grabs it inside the 10. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. They'll go to the air. Move to his right. Touchdown, Huskies! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Looking downfield, it's Potter. Here's a throw downfield late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field.